What's the word, everybody? This is Werds Illah, aka Drew Skills, aka Ill Doing It Too, and this is the Werds Illah podcast. And this segment that I want to do is going to be called Rose-Colored Glasses. Now, how I guess I can start this off is to say how I came to the phrase in general is that I think the first time I heard it was probably, I was with my mom. And I'm not sure where we were, but I think she was just telling me a story about how we got to talking about her and her family and whatever, and her and her personality, and talking about how her father, I think especially, used to say things to her about, Michelle, take off those rose-colored glasses. And what the term came to mean to me after I talked to her about it was basically saying, don't stop. He was trying to say to her to stop looking at life in such an incredible way where it doesn't occur to you about all other little intricacies, about little things that happen in your day and the people that are around you that could create harmful situations for you or could, be a detriment to you. And so thinking of that, I was saying, that's definitely a useful idea to apply to anything, is that when you're trying to go through life and in your day-to-day, if you're so caught up in this idea of being so positive, it can sometimes be harmful in the way that you'll overlook certain details that are important when it comes to establishing yourself and what you need and how you should react and how you should be, because you are your only, self-preservation is important. You have to be aware of who you are and what you are, and know that you came into this thing and you're here, and every day it's still you all the time, no matter what. So you have to react with sometimes the same energy if it's being brought to you in that way, where it becomes a detriment that if you're too positive with things and you just let everything go, so easily, you won't, bear down when you need to, because there needs to be some friction is necessary. Everything has to exist for everything to exist, so there has to be these moments or times where there's just not this great thing happening. It needs to be a little bit of challenge in some way that kind of builds on things and helps. And I think I mentioned this in probably one of the earlier podcasts about that, is that those moments of being on the brink, or when things could be going bad for you or whatever, it could be the moment where things are starting to fall in place. It's perspective, it's our timing and our awareness of whatever it is that's going on and has been going on. It might be that moment that just triggers something that we can realize, like, okay, this is it. This is something. This is a point. And it could be just like a buildup of those things. But then I also thought about the idea of rose-colored glasses and thought how that's a good thing, because being positive, even before you've accomplished something, is an incredible tool to help you accomplish those things. So if you are looking more at everything that's going on, your perspective is about positivity and about what's real and what's honest and what's true about what's happening around you, then it starts to inform you on those things and keep you going on those and keep going down that road. Pardon me. So it's the same as if our brain is trained to do these things. In terms of, our brain is not trained, it's just the way it operates. We train ourselves in the fact that we can be, in something even if we're not in it. So it's the same as the same chemicals will secrete. If I'm watching a horror movie or somebody's being chased and they're in a closet or something and they're breathing heavy and they're scared, if I'm into it and I can sense what's happening in the same way that they're there, my brain will react and my body will react in the same way as if I was doing it too. So it's if you apply that to what you're doing, with everything that you're doing, it just increases of that nature. It just keeps it going for you. So I just was thinking about how a lot of terms or things that we think of sometimes can be one thing or the other, but it's just perspective and how we take things and how we look at things. So I encourage people to know that the idea of rose-colored glasses it's good, but it's also to be careful. It's mindfulness. It's being more aware of the things that need to happen when they need to happen, so that you see things in a positive way, but you're also aware that then in those things that you see that are positive, there could be moments where you have to bear down on that positivity, and you have to be, honest with it, and understand that there's a bigger picture, there's something more to it. So yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say for that. And this is the Werds Illah podcast. I appreciate anybody listening. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at Werds Illah. That's WERDSILLAH. And also follow me on Facebook, the same name. So y'all stay tuned. I'm trying to get this going and possibly get a setup to where I can start putting this on other platforms, SoundCloud and other things, and maybe even get into more streaming networks and whatnot. But until then, I appreciate y'all. You know what it is. It's Werds Illah signing out. Peace, y'all.